Howdy, howdy, all. Welcome to Trench Talk. This week we've got a really silly episode because we couldn't really figure out topic. So we just kind of went with a hodgepodge of what we kind of were thinking of, mixed with a little bit of a spicy, everyone loves it. We're going for balance, but with tier lists this time. Fonzie, has the stream started yet?
Yes, the stream has started.
Why do
You
I not
should be
see it?
seeing my stream right
Wait,
now. I'm not sure.
am I? Oh,
Let
I.
me see.
Never mind. Figured it out. There we go. My
Okay,
bad.
wonderful. Okay,
Welcome.
so hello everybody. This is Fonzie. You're not going to be able to see our voices. I think. I'm
No,
going to be
it's.
streaming the tier list here, so
Yeah.
hear my voice. I am pretty much sober compared to like the other episodes. You
Also
can hear it.
yesterday,
Difference.
but
Yeah, clicked out of my mind in other episodes, but without further ado, let's get started. So, the first vehicle, from the looks of it, is the Hoplite. Lek, what are your thoughts on the Hoplite? I have interesting thoughts on the Hoplite, man.
uh,
I think it's a terrible vehicle, and I think it's
it's
B
a
tier.
strict downgrade from the Warden version, but the Warden version isn't like terrible. It's
I don't
just a,
know.
it's just a worse version of the other one. At the time in the game that it comes out, it's generally just mediocre. I'd probably put it as a solid B or C pick. It's hard to say.
My
It's hard to
personally,
say because I don't. It's
I
such a
think the
weird
Hoplite's a
option.
B. The thing I think the Javelin is an S tier, and I think the Warden half track is also a D tier. I do not like the Warden half track, and I do not like
Um,
the I think the Warden half
no.
track needs its speed increased. It needs to be a in
Well,
between the
I think
Hoplite and the Javelin,
Well,
but that's
I,
just
actually, the HP and everything on the hoplite is the exact same as the Warden one, I believe.
I don't know. Well, then they need to make it more of a distinction because it's kind of like I don't
Yeah,
know.
the two feel really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I think they're
Um,
probably gonna end up. I mean, everyone keeps teasing the 45-meter Colonial 40 millimeter
they
half
say
track.
you say teasing, but people
Yeah,
just want that, right?
yeah, people are. Yeah, I mean, people just keep bringing up the idea, and I think that
I'm
is pretty
gonna
cool.
I'm
But
gonna I'm gonna hold
I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna hold C tier. I'd say put it in
Alright.
C, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I'll
it's
put that
not
down.
terrible. It's not worthless. Like
I mean,
D
if
is a
it's
vehicle. D is reserved for the vehicles that even when it comes out early, it's not good, right?
Dude, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't. To be honest with you, I wouldn't spend arm. I would take a hoplite only if it was in a vehicle depot already, and I had nothing else
Yeah,
to trade.
exact. Yeah,
I had no
exact.
other
Well,
option.
the thing is though,
That's
is
a
that if you didn't have the option of using the other one, and this came relatively early, you'd still be okay with using it. It's
I
not D
mean,
for dog shit. It's just
when it
C
usually
for.
comes out, it's just kind of like I don't know, man. If you're like today in, I'm playing Warden this war, right? And I was in Acrithia just now, and I probably killed like 6 or 7 half like of the hoplites with this with a Typhon or with an ATHT with Typhon half tracks and Typhon half tracks like you destroy ATHTs inside Typhon javelins, dude. You can dive a ATHT full from the front with a Typhon, and as long as he doesn't track you, if you get in his face, you will kill with ATHT. But um, and I mean I've done it enough times to the point where I can say yeah, it's possible, but
I don't
I don't
know.
know. It's just like with the hoplite, I don't like that.
Hoplite.
But I'll
No,
settle for
I
the
still
C.
say
Yeah.
C tier.
Okay, the Duru, I'm
I'd
going
I'd
B
say
tier.
I'd say don't even put that like I'd say leave the naval stuff in non-applicable. I feel like it's just
Not
so
applicable. I don't know. The Duru is a fun, nifty little
it's
vehicle.
I think
Yeah.
it's obviously probably the best naval vehicle, but that's
Yeah.
all because I hesitate to put anything in naval because naval is just so like we could obviously say yeah it's extremely powerful, but like and like the fact that it can go and like freighter hunt and whatever, but like
Yeah.
ultimately naval is just so jank. I feel
Not fleshed out.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd
That's true.
I'd
Okay.
just move it to the bottom of
Well,
not applicable probably. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'll move that there.
Well,
I'm just gonna do this to keep
no,
it
that's not
the
applicable,
universal
right?
dream.
Or
How is that not applicable? The
because
Harvester
it's
is a good view. It's a combat vehicle.
yeah, sure. Nah,
You
come
can
on.
ride in the back
That's
of it.
cap. That's cap.
No.
Put it
You
away.
know why? You know why it's in B tier because you can't demolish structures with it anymore.
Man, I
Get
wish
rid of
I'm so sad. I still
yeah.
how do they never update that to be
I'm
fucking
just gonna
workable
put
with
that
bunkers? I
here
don't get it.
as well.
Is that the
This is
standard?
the yeah, it's the standard Warden half track. It's D tier.
Yeah, I might put that B, but no, I put it above the colonial one, but
Why would
it's
you put it above the colonial? It's the same exact
no,
thing.
it costs like 5 armats less and it has slightly better repair, but Like
That
it's
I don't
technically
think
better,
that
but
negates.
functionally it's functionally identical, but technically better is what I'd
Yeah,
say.
I mean, but yeah, I wouldn't put it in B tier. B tier is definitely reserved for better vehicles. Yeah, I'm gonna set. I think it's C tier. If these two are not, if these two are being saved from D tier, then they're staying in C tier.
No, no, I'm
It's
not. No, I'm
yeah.
saying just like swap the order, but I
Oh
guess
yeah.
yeah, I don't
Okay.
know how much it matters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
Okay.
250 though. Where are you
250.
thinking? 'Cause there's
So in
only
my
two
opinion,
places it can go, in my opinion. But
I think it's, to be honest with you, the 250 for when it comes out. When it comes out, I would definitely say it's an A tier. But normally, once an arsenal is fully developed, I would say it's B tier, just because it can crack
we're not
concrete. You
judging
can
based
hide
on
it at
when an
night.
arsenal fully comes out, though. Otherwise, every single one of these vehicles, except for like the mediums and
I
such, would
guess,
be
yeah.
like
So
S tier
we'll go when it comes out. When
or
it
F
comes
tier.
out,
But
do you think? Okay.
I,
So
I I wouldn't put an
I'm
S.
gonna
I'd
go
put it
A
at
tier.
A.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I put
like,
it A. Well, the thing.
or maybe
Okay,
I'd put
so
it at S. I don't
are
know.
going to wardens are going to, and I know wardens watching this are going to mauled. I'm going to say this right now. Having an early war concrete killer like the field mortar is very, very, very important. Every single time we've been able to get our hands on a field mortar, we've been able to perform some kind of successful op. I mean,
Oh
there was
God, yeah.
the Mercy's whale tap a while ago that
Mercy's
Som did.
Whale. There was
Um,
there was a bunch of stuff in Orebreaker.
breaking the stuffs over there. But it's just a very, the 250 mortar.
Oh,
I'm gonna
also
spoil it right
Farinac.
here. It's
I
very
don't
power.
know
Yeah,
if you remember the
yeah.
like
Oh
Farinac
yeah,
and
yeah, with
Bonehaft
the
stuff.
when
Like
we did
there
use
we
the
had
sticker
one
part, yeah.
stolen fucking 250 and we treated that shit like gold.
Yeah,
It
but this
it
thing
like
is
a single one that we
insanely
got
powerful.
fired
Yeah,
like 70, 100 fucking shells and destroyed the entire base.
it's a
No,
very
more
good,
like 200, but
especially in the hands of people that are competent. It's a very powerful tool,
it's
in
one of
my
those
opinion.
things where it's like it's so absolutely like it depends on a lot of factors its effectiveness, which is like if something depends on a lot of factors to be effective, I'd not put it in S tier, but if it's still insanely strong and like basically the only thing that it does, which is demo damage, I put it in A tier, right? That's what it
Mm,
is.
okay. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, back, if this thing could still destroy vehicles, I'd put it. Oh my God, being able to just ignore tank armor with these, those were so good. But
Imagine if
anyways,
that shit got put.
um,
Imagine if they didn't make that change, but ahead of putting the chieftain in, that thing would be
yeah,
even more.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna do this,
fats.
and for the
Where do you
fats, in
think?
my opinion, I think fats are S
No,
tier.
no,
To be honest
that's
with you,
no,
CTH
no.
for when they come out are insanely good, man.
No, I disagree. I think they've.
Would
I think that would have been true if you're talking about the fats when they did the field gun update. But everything's been kind of crept a little bit, and the way that they get placed and the way that stuff kind of works out, I'd put them. I'd put the fat when it comes out. Usually, I'd put it around A to B tier, where it's like
no,
it's strong, but it's not strong enough to kind of make it like that crazy.
I don't know. It might be because and I'm kind of thinking about it now. Yeah,
We can split
I
the
think it might
difference
be
and
because
call them low A tier or
I don't
something
know.
like.
I'll put them. I don't know. I would
Because
put them
like,
high A tier. To be
because
honest with you, I think
Even A
they're
tier
good.
implies that they're like some insane, unstoppable thing when they have a significant number of drawbacks
Oh, no,
and can be made more or less
you
effective
just.
depending
I
on
mean,
external
the
variables like tech tree.
ATHT, the ATHT is literally your only ATHT, and the when the fats come out, the ATHT and maybe perhaps infantry AT and other FATs are your threat. You like shred everything else, like 30 millimeter, a 30 millimeter scout tank, a 12.7 scout tank, a 30 millimeter tankette, a 12.7 tankette. Any of the armored cars should not be able to stop you if you're inside of
Yeah,
an
I
FAT.
I think it's weird because while I think everything you're saying is true, it feels like the stuff that the fat counters dies so quickly anyway that a fat is overkill. Like what the reason I don't think fat is S tier is because it's like when a fat hits the field, you're like, okay, none of the enemy armor is going to be able to do much against it. But usually the time it took you to get it up there, to get it mobile, like yeah, it's going to beat everything except like an ATHT, right? but it's gonna but there's also the chance it gets stolen. There's also and I know that goes for like
Yeah,
every field gun.
let's put this on record. Let's say this was the smelter and the HV40. Would you agree those are S tier as
Yeah,
well?
yeah,
Like
no
those?
shit. But
Okay,
like,
then let's
I
just
think the
knock
reason
that out of the
I
way.
think the reason I put the Fats down is because although they are absolutely bonkers strong for when they come out for their DPS rate, like relative to their HP pool, because they kill stuff so fast, they are paradoxically weaker. If that makes some convoluted sense. Like what I mean
Yeah,
is like their potential is wasted because it's like they're in this weird spot where light tanks can generally bully them out because they're not like strong enough to just fuck off, like tell light tanks to fuck off, even though they are technically I'd say they're like a soft counter to light tanks and a hard counter to everything weaker than light tanks. But at the same time, the power level of most pre-light tank vehicles is relatively small because they all die so fucking quickly that like the thing it counters isn't necessarily going to be that crazy. I don't know. It's hard to
okay.
say.
I'm
I
gonna do this here now too.
F
I
is that
think
the field 40?
yeah, that's the field 40 push 40. And we'll just put that in B. I
I
don't think it's A tier. It's 30
um
year range. It's just cheap. It's a field gun. That's what makes it nice is the fast reload and that it's cheap. In my
it's
opinion, otherwise
fast
it's
reload. It's 40. I might have put it higher. Oh, like I definitely would have put it like A tier a little bit ago. I think B tier is a solid position for it though.
right, and we can agree on that
Yeah,
right there. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. I again, I'd
Um,
throw it non-applicable, but yeah.
yeah. Um, the javelin. I'm gonna put the javelin S tier. I think the
No,
javelin is an
A
excellent,
tier, but
excellent. I
no,
will
S
not
tier.
move. I will not move on that. The javelin is an excellent vehicle. It is the best half track out of all the half
Well,
tracks.
yeah, but
I
it's
can,
still a half track.
yes, but you can reliably with a Typhon half track and the ATHT. I would put the ATHT and the Typhon half track on par. To be honest,
No,
it's a lot easier. Okay,
that's
so okay, let me say it like this.
that's
Okay,
cap,
and I mean this.
bro.
So I am
Jesus.
confident in any. I could beat any ATHT crew with a Typhon half track. Myself, I'm confident in myself.
Yeah,
I
but
can
you'll
do that.
die. You'll die
But
afterwards. It's a suicide pact.
well,
It's a
it's
mutual
a
death.
suicide. Yeah, yeah, it's a mutual death, but you trade for it, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
guess maybe
trading you don't
I
want to
think
be trading with an
yeah, well,
anti-tank
no, no.
half
Okay,
track.
I'm reliable in myself that I would not trade with an ATHT, and I have not traded with ATHTs before. In fact, I've flanked two ATHTs and I've killed them with Typhon F tracks, just
Yeah,
because
but
if
like
you
we're
can,
talking about
you have to
common
be. But
performance, right? And
well, I mean,
I'm gonna
it's I
say
think
like I'm gonna
it,
say I think the speed most people are able to make use of the speed like difference and the fact that like I think if I'm being real, I think most people while they're able to make effective use of the speed, they kind of get fucked up on how weak its HP is comparatively because they're like I say this that the normal the up tiered half track is a decent like you notice the HP difference even though the speed is so much more valuable on a half track. I
I
think
don't know.
it's
It's very much like I have that. You have to have that Muhammad Ali mentality, right? For like
yeah,
a butterfly
bro.
sting, like to
Yeah,
be
but like
especially in Foxhole is much more now, especially there's
Muhammad
a lot of
Ali's
those
fucking fancy
that came
technique
out
ain't gonna
later.
save you when you got a Glock pointed at your face. That's all
Not,
I'm
I
saying.
mean, be
I
Bruce Lee,
I
kick it out of the air, the bullet. That's all.
I'm
But
I
I don't know.
still say high A.
I'm not budging on S. I would say at the very worst, low S. I think the Javelin's an amazing vehicle, and I think especially for its
Eh,
price, 55 armats, you can kill. You understand a statistically both of the scout tanks will not kill you, and both of them cost like almost twice your price. They would cost like one and
twice.
a half your price.
I thought they
Yeah,
cost
because they're
75, don't they?
no the 80 or the 30 millimeter scout tank is 90 armats, so almost half your price, and the other one is 80 something.
I
But
thought it was 75 for the
no, it
30
might be
or not for the
70
30.
for the 12.7. It might be 75, but the 30 millimeter, if you're fighting a King Gallant, you will beat the King Gallant
I'm gonna have to look this up. God damn.
in the what's it called, in the Typhon half track.
Yeah, I
You will
gotta
beat a
look
30
this up
millimeter
because
scout.
I.
It's Colonials sleep on the Typhon a lot, man. I got
No,
an
no, no,
argument
no,
with
not the Typhon. I believe
yeah,
that
but
I
with
know the
the
Typhon is
Javelin,
strong.
yeah,
I
yeah, but
know
with
that.
the
I'm saying
yeah.
like I don't think. No, they're not that expensive. I think they're like 10 armats cheaper than you're saying, but like they might
No,
be.
the King Gallant I know for a fact is 90 because I had to build one this war, and I will
Ah,
never. The
damn.
King Gallant is dog shit, dude. It is
Yeah.
terrible. That vehicle is awful. The
Well,
12.7.
we'll see where it goes when we get there,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. We'll get there.
Gunboat.
We're gonna.
That's
Yeah,
another not applicable.
unethical.
Argonaut.
This.
Are we,
Are we
no,
going with
wait. Are
it?
we? I don't know if we,
Okay. I'm gonna
because
go
it's not
A tier in
explicitly
the Argonaut.
it's not
Yeah.
explicitly like I'd put it A tier. I don't think it's explicitly a log, like if it's explicitly like a Logi or naval, I'd say not applicable. But like I
Okay.
think yeah, Argonaut A
I'm
tier.
going to
Yeah.
go both Warden. I'm gonna say this represents the Warden 120 here because this is Warden
Do they
FA.
not
Unless
have
you
a
want to
Warden
talk about.
120?
No, they don't. They have the FA symbol, the Warden. Remember when it was symmetrical? They have the
Oh shit.
symmetrical
Oh wow.
versions. We're
Wait.
missing a lot of
Wait. How
vehicles.
old is this tier list?
This is a very old tier
Oh, is
list.
there? Wait, is the
We're missing
quad
a
not
lot
here?
of
What
vehicles.
about the Bard?
Quadish is not here. The Bardiche is not here.
Oh
The
fuck. Or what are we gonna use for stand-ins then?
I don't know. We'll
We
just
could use
talk
the
about some of
bicycle
I'm
and the
not
staff
yeah,
car.
exactly. We'll just think of vehicles we didn't come with and use them as stand-ins. There we go. See. Okay. Colonial FA and Warden FA. I'm going to put on A tier. I
You mean
don't
Warden
like
120? Yeah.
Warden 120. Yeah, the Colonial 120 and the Warden 120. I'm going to put on the same tier. They're both very good in my opinion.
You're gonna make a lot of
Um,
people really mad with that, but
yeah, I know, but I don't know. It's artillery, dude. If you're shooting enough of it, it'll destroy it, right? So
um,
compared to other things
it's
like
weird. It's weird. I think for the logi costs, I'd put it down to B tier because usually Artie is like that.
you think,
I feel like
yeah. I
I feel like
mean,
I feel like it's literally like a fucking decision tree where it's like, can we beat the enemy
okay.
with what we have? No. Can we beat the enemy with like infantry explosives? Yes, get infantry explosives, blow them up that way. Do we need vehicles? Get vehicles. Do they have an ATG? We can't use vehicles? Okay, get the arty. I feel like it's that kind of thing.
Well, no, I also think RD is just like super underused in Foxhole because artillery just kind of isn't fun to do. But unless you're
Well, I think it's,
spotting, but
I don't think it's, I actually think
I
most
agree.
things in
It's a cheap
Foxhole
B
are
tier.
actually, I
It's a
think
B
players
tier.
are actually really good at, like, using stuff the proper amount. People always say, oh, people sleep on arty. No, Logi just can't, like, deal with the cost of having to move up so many fucking times for those shells, right? Because it's insane how bad the crate size is on that shit. Like, but it has to be because to balance it out, right? And it's ultimately
Hmm.
Artie is just one of those fuck you, I've exhausted the other options, I don't care, I'm breaking you. And while it can break other places, the fact that it like takes so much to actually get there in the first place just kind of makes it I don't know, man. Um all right.
Yeah, I mean, I
Is that
guess.
the Ironhide or is that the just standard light tank?
This is the Ironhide. You can see it onto the thing, and this is the standard Devitt because
Okay.
it has little face plates on it. Ironhide, I'm gonna go as an A tier vehicle. I really like the Ironhide a lot. I like
Um
the old school Ironhide when it had Silverhand armor was ridiculous. That thing was a
that
lot
would
of
have been
fun.
an easy. I don't know if I would even put it S tier. I think the current Ironhide is probably.
I like all the light tanks,
I don't
so
know
I'm
if
gonna put
I
all
like
of them are A tier in my opinion.
I
All
think
the other.
it's hard for me to say. Um, I don't know if I can't really contend with the A pick or not contend. I don't really have any um I don't really have any like issue with the A pick, but I don't really know where I'd place it myself. So I'm just gonna yeah, that's whatever.
You're just gonna skip on that. Alright.
Oh, you know
For
what?
Kyushu,
Is the
I'm
Gemini
gonna
on here?
no, the Gemini is not
Fuck
on
me,
here.
there's so many not on here. You picked a real.
Um,
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, it's a very old list. I mean,
Yeah,
well, you know,
someone needs to make a 2022
yeah,
version. God
someone needs to
damn.
update this, and we will use that list
Yeah, come
for
on.
sure.
Do our job for us. Give us
Our,
content.
we are going to be doing
You'd put standard
the
armored car
infantry.
C tier.
The standard. No, this is not this. This is the Percusio. This
Oh,
is the
ATHT?
yeah,
Or
ATAC.
ATAC?
Yeah, it's the ATAC. Yeah, ATAC. I think
Um,
that's C tier. I don't. So it's a lot of fun to use when you're able to flank with it. But I haven't. Okay, certain players are able to pull shit off with vehicles. I've been able to pull off some wacky shit. I know Hectic was able to. I mean, like wacky shit. I've killed an HTD in a
yeah, yeah, we've
ATAC, and
seen the
I've killed
videos.
a.
But the fact
I've
that
killed a thing.
everyone's seen
But
that video and there's only one video that we
yeah,
know
it's
of,
very hard. It takes very specific
it's,
circumstances.
man, it
It's very
is.
much so like my ballista. Me killing the HTD in the ballista. I will admit to that now. That is a yeah, man. I don't know. It's a very it's there's it takes
ATAC,
very specific
I'd
things, but I
say
would say
yeah.
it's
C
C tier. I would
tier
say
seems fair because it's
C tier.
very strong if it does it right, but it's so
I'm gonna put the FMG right there.
no.
You don't think the
That's
FMG is
you're
D
just
tier? I think
wrong.
it's high D. I think it's
No,
high
you're
D tier.
just wrong. Oh my
Dude,
God, you're so
just
wrong.
shits on like you just get
F
shit on the FMG.
no, not if you're
Like,
good. Oh my
not
God,
oh my God.
I actually,
This
you farm
conversation is
commence with it.
this I
No,
hate this
you're just wrong.
conversation so much. The
Why?
FMG conversation. Where would you put it then?
I would probably put it in like
If you say anything higher than a C, I'm gonna lose respect for you.
I'd say
Real
high
quick,
C,
buddy.
low B.
God, I'm gonna put it at C, and I'm gonna put it below the Percutio.
I
But
no,
I
it's
think it's definitely at
dude,
best a high
dude,
D. But
getting it
the,
getting on an FMG before your enemy has anything like, oh my God, you
no, yes, you
unironically,
farm.
you
It's farm, but it's also
farm.
just like, it's also just I don't know. I always think big picture too,
Yeah, no,
right?
no,
I
no.
mean, if
Even
that's
big
the case,
picture,
this would be like
you
a
you
B.
suppress garrisons for mammon rushes and shit. Like, I think FMG gets slept on. I think it's like a sleeper B, but definitely C. Not a D, not a D.
I don't know.
I'm fine with this. I'm fine with C,
Kreneska is
but
actually S tier,
you're
by the
wrong.
way.
But it's
What do you mean? How is the Kreneska not an S tier
it's an A
vehicle, dude?
tier.
It's not.
It
Dude,
is.
you're insane. The Kreneska, dude, you're actually you're cooked. I've
It's
never
so
heard
good,
anyone
but
not
it's
say
also
the
it's
Kreneska.
also
That
a
speed boost you get, baby, you
I
outrun
know how
every
fast
single
it goes.
turret,
I've
man.
used it.
Oh
It's
my
one of my
god.
favorite light tanks. And no, it is my favorite light tank. I think it's high A. I don't think it's S
No,
tier.
I think it's S tier. I think it's God tier. I think in a Kreneska, if you gave the right players a Kreneska, they could beat an Ascension BT. That's all I'm saying,
Well,
man.
yeah, no shit, but anything can beat a BT, right?
Mm,
It's not about can, it's about will, right?
can a Gemini beat a BT?
Yeah.
Can a Bone Car beat a BT?
Yeah,
I don't know.
fucking that's even easier.
No, Bone Car would actually lose to BT. I don't know. Bone Car versus
How?
BT would actually be. Well, what I'm thinking is
If
the
anything, it would
MG.
run out of ammo.
It's true. It would actually.
I
would run
actually
out of
don't
ammo.
know, cause what you get 7 shots in a bone car? Is it
No,
6
it's
spare? Or
four.
is
No,
it?
no,
Oh, is
you
it
have
4 spare?
4 shots. Yeah, you
Okay,
get four
so
things,
it's
that's 5
one.
shots.
It's 1 and 4 spare.
Yeah, 1 and 4 spare.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you'd deal 750 times 5. So yeah, you wouldn't kill a BT.
Yeah, it wouldn't kill a BT. No.
It'd be alive on like 10%, but you wouldn't kill it.
You wouldn't kill a BT. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's you know what you'd do? You'd have a second bone car.
Exactly, and you'd win. The so the
AFT
let's move on
Are
this.
we
The
going to go?
AFT
Which AFT are we going? Modern
Okay.
AFT or old AFT?
Old AFT, I would argue is
Old
high
AFT was S,
A tier
but
or S tier.
old
Yeah,
AFT was S. Current
because you could
AFT is
pick
D.
yeah,
Easy
I
D.
would say it's C tier. Yeah, it's
It's
easy
such
D.
it's
Guys, for those of you who did not play, the old AFT had a lot more speed. It didn't have. It had a lot of health because there was no armor system back then. It
it
could take
also
a
it took 1 less sticky than a light tank to kill, and
yes.
it took like 5. It took 5 stickies versus 6 stickies, or maybe it was 4. But
Yeah.
it had a 100 bullet mag. It was much faster, especially
It was
off road.
insane. The turret speed was insane.
turret speed was
accuracy
great,
Was really good.
and
It was
literally,
amazing vehicle.
literally, it was also because small arms damage was the thing. You literally
Yeah.
AFTs were better than the fucking storm tanks day one.
Yeah, because you could just machine gun shit down.
Yeah.
They didn't have AT shit there. And the only AT then that was unlocked was sticky bombs, and that was like chasing down AFTs with sticky bombs. You had good luck, dude. Especially old school sticky bombs. My God, man. But anyways, let's move on. This is an A tier. Okay, it's S tier definitely when it comes out, but A tier overall. I would say.
Yeah,
I
that,
like it.
it's
I like
S tier.
so the
It's
so
only
the
S tier if they
no,
do
this
this
is gonna make
like
a lot of wardens. This is gonna make a lot of wardens mad when I say this, but the ATHT is insane. Like it,
it's
having it
only
at the tier. So it's definitely S tier when you're at the tier we're at right now, which is light tanks. When you're the only 45-meter range vehicle on the field, dude, I was just destroying FATs today in Corinthia. I was just shitting on like half
So,
techs. It was insane.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that reasoning. Not on like I think light tanks. Well, because I think it goes toe to toe with light tanks decently, but it really like it can get dove on really easy.
Yeah, really easily. Yeah, if you get dove in an ATHT, you're dead.
I think
but,
it's really strong. like
It's a very strong gun. It's
absurdly
very strong.
strong if it's
So
facing like
you
anything
know,
that's pre-light
I'm
tank.
actually going to maybe I'm hyping it up too much. I'm gonna keep it at A tier.
No, yeah, A
Yeah,
tier is definitely
A
where it
tier. But
belongs.
I
It's
think
because
so
it's one of those like
it's a noob stomping weapon for sure. The ATHT is
I don't even think that. I
I would
think
say it's a pub stomp weapon, dude. If you were, if Foxhole was a MOBA, the ATHT would be a pub stomp hero.
I don't even think it's like I don't even think it's that. I think it's just like it is probably one of the most like tech tree. I put it in A because it is such an insanely strong vehicle, but it is so bound by the tech tree. Like when it comes out this early, it is really just it is impossible to like deny that it is absurdly like stupid to put it this early. But when
Yeah,
it comes out when it comes out at
when it
light
comes out
tank
like
tier,
LTD tier, it's like really bad. I would
it's
like,
not even.
or it's
I don't
not
think the
really bad.
LTD.
It's not
I don't think the
okay.
LTD counters it. I think like, or I mean it kind of does, but
The LTD will beat it. What are you talking?
no,
Like,
no, no. I'm
I mean,
no. I think the reason the ATHT becomes bad is because of the increased HP on vehicles, not because of the LTD.
I think it becomes bad because it just doesn't. It doesn't have the speed to compete with the LTD. So this LTD is just the superior tank
Well,
destroyer. That's it.
yeah, but LTD is
Um,
also kind of bad.
the LTD is not bad, dude. It's
Yeah,
just, dude.
no,
It's actually anyone who says
I
the LTD is bad is just bad at the game.
no,
It's really just
no,
that dude. I will
no,
shit. I will shit on anyone in an LTD, man. And
man.
anyone, dude. Talk to Horse Gang. Talk to any armor player worth their salt is gonna tell you the
I've
LTD is
seen
one of the
what the
best tank
LTD could
destroyers.
do, and it is not as good as it used to be.
It
That's what I'm
maybe not as
saying.
good as it used to be, but it definitely still now. It's not something like Colonials,
Well, okay,
dude.
maybe let me
This is one of
amend.
my things. It's something.
When I say bad, I'd put it in like probably B tier.
Okay, we're not even talking about the LTD yet.
Yeah,
Let's skip
no.
over. We'll skip over here to the
Put it in
LTD.
B though. Put it in
No,
B.
no, no. I'm putting the LTD. The LTD
No.
would be S tier.
Fuck
Not, no,
off. No,
I'm
you're
putting it in A
actually
tier.
you're just
A
lying to
tier right
yourself.
here. I'm
You're
not. I'm
just
not.
lying to
Dude, I
yourself.
would shit. I would shit on. The LTD is insane. Like you're actually crazy. You in a
It used to
1v1
be
versus any
insane.
vehicle, you
It's
would
like
kill
it's
any
good,
vehicle.
but it's not like crazy now. I'd put it on the same tier as like like Artie.
No, I completely disagree. I think the LTD is one of the Colonial's ultimate AT weapons, and I think people just it's literally an FAT that can move at like the speed of light, dude. You have
The
literal
problem
fucking wormhole travel
no,
inside the LTD. Like
it's
you,
like it's just a light tank that has less HP and more range and with 68. Like
man, it's what it can do. It might have a high skill, like it might have a high skill ceiling, man. But it's what
no, I know.
once
No,
you understand the mechanics of the game, dude,
no,
you will just
I do,
shit
and
on
most
everybody.
and like the thing is though is it's like I just once you see the limitations of it, you learn them real quick, and it's like I feel like the limitations of it, the kind of you have to be playing near like infantry at all times. The like the it's such a weirdly it's like
I'm
the
gonna go with A tier, and I'm gonna settle on A tier. But that's what I'm
I
like.
think it's been power crept. I think it's B tier,
I
but
disagree. I
I
completely
think you're only
disagree.
putting it A tier because I think you put light tanks like way higher than you realize.
I
But
think I don't know. I think light tanks are like really good too. I
I
think
think they're
people also
good. I
just
don't think they're really good.
I don't know. I think people are just
All right, where are we next?
we just have too many power creep things. Okay,
The
the
next one.
ballista. Old school ballista, I would have put at A tier, like right around here. New school ballista is a D tier. The new
I
school
think.
ballista is it's terrible at well, it's not terrible at killing
Fuck. No,
constantly, but
wait.
it's not
Do you put
great
it
at
at
kill.
D tier? It's
Yes,
literally. I think the fact that it has 250 millimeter brings it up to C, but it's like bottom of C tier.
I
It's
don't know.
so
Yeah,
garbage.
okay, I'll put that. I'll agree with that.
It's
It's bottom
so
of the sea.
fucking garbage, and I hate using the.
No, the
It's
ballista is
just.
just, dude. I joke around when
Oh
I say
god.
I always go that the crew for the ballistas are colonial penal battalions, man, because once you get in the ballista, you're not coming back.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
people for some reason treat the like it's like 30 armats less guys that totally makes up for the fact that it has no armor and it like has less HP or not less HP it's got
it has
200 more.
200 more
It
HP.
totally makes up for the fact that it goes half the speed and has like
Well, it's
no
slower than a
armor.
crane. Did you know that by point 1, right? So it's
Oh,
not The ballista isn't. It just needs to be have its speed buffed, or they just need to relook at the
Oh, there's
vehicle and
so
kind
much
of.
they need to do with that fucking chassis. How did it go that how everything
How did it
about
go from I was killing HTDs inside of ballistas to
everything
ballistas
about the
being like
ballista
a
just
joke, man?
everything
Jesus.
about the ballista I just how is it this? How did when it got changed, I thought this is just a they've over nerfed it because colonials were the only ones with
Yeah.
250, like with a late game 250 for a while. Surely they're gonna like realize that they've added the chieftain, which is just insanely better than it, and then they never changed the ballista in an
No,
entire year.
the wardens are gonna say we're sounding like crybabies right now, but I mean, if you okay, so would you trade the chieftain for the ballista? That's just like yes
No,
or
no,
no.
no, no. That's a lame response because that
Okay,
you
that's
that gets used for everything. That's not. No, I hate that line of no.
okay.
It's
Well, then
literally
let me
just
put
like
this line of thinking. Would you rather have if you had it just doesn't. So wardens need to understand our gripe with it because
I think most
wardens get
wardens
upset
do.
with
I
this.
think I think a lot. I
There's
think
definitely a small faction of people who
yeah,
say
but
the
they're gonna
ballista
be
is
idiots.
balanced.
Yeah, who
I
cares
guess
about
I
the
don't know.
idiots? I think
Fair
most
enough.
people
Fair
look
enough.
at the
Fair enough.
ballista and they're like, yeah, this thing is like just dog shit compared to the chieftain.
Yeah.
Like when the wardens got the chieftain, I'm like, thank fuck they finally got a late. I was so fucking
Dude, I
happy
saw
when
the
I saw the
chieftain and
chieftain.
I
I
thought
was
it
like,
was when I saw the
thank
chieftain, I
God the
thought it
wardens
was a
got like
joke,
finally
man.
got a late
That
game
thing,
250, right?
man, I looked at the chieftain and I thought, man, I'm gonna farm this thing, dude. Especially when I saw the smelter afterwards, and then I don't know the silver hand chassis.
Chassis.
In my opinion, it's just like the
It's a
comically
bonkers
large
chassis.
tracks. Yeah, the comically large tracks are what make me like laugh at it because you just shoot the tracks and you win as TB
I
Silverhand.
it's
But
it's
it's a scary tank. You can't front fight, dude. If you're front fighting Silverhands in 2022,
the
you're
problem
way on
is that
deck.
you just have to be front fighting though. Like
I don't know.
what you
In an
gonna do?
LTD or assaulter, you just flank. I mean,
Yeah, but the
people
problem
laugh
is
at
that
the
you can't
response of it.
flank most of the time. That's just not how
Yeah, I
foxhole
don't
tank
know.
mechanics work.
I disagree. I don't know. I think well, it's also like I don't know.
Look,
It
I
depends.
agree with you
I
on the
guess
power of flanking, but I think you also have to acknowledge how flanking is a thing of opportunity, it's an action of opportunity, not an action of a like a conscious choice.
all right.
Like you see it
I'm
as an
gonna do
opportunity, right?
this here. I don't know.
Storm
It's
tank, yeah,
this here. I wouldn't.
yeah. See, I think the old storm tank I would put at B.
Right,
The
I'm gonna do
old
this
storm tank maybe
as well.
A. Is that
What's the
what is
standard
that?
debit?
Standard
That's a
debit?
normal
Yeah,
debit. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that
B
makes sense.
tier. That's not nothing.
HTD,
HTD. I want
A
to put the HTD at S tier
S
because it really.
tier?
Yeah, or I'd put it at
Um,
high A. I'm gonna put it
yeah,
at high
yeah,
A.
I'd say high A.
Like
I don't
high
think
A
S tier.
is
I think it's like its speed is like its speed kind of limits it. That's it. That's all I have to say. I think it's one of the strongest vehicles in the game, but a bit
um
limited in scope.
um hmm the hack. People are gonna get mad. I think the
Um,
hack is a B tier
I
vehicle
think
for what it
yeah,
brings out,
I
but I
actually
think
am gonna agree with you, but only because of tech tree placement. It's just it's no
I'm gonna
B.
put it
I
in C though
C. I thought
because
you
of
said B.
overall. No, I'm gonna put it in C though because I understand why wardens don't like it mid to late
Yeah, I
game.
understand why they don't. Well, wait, did you say mid to late game?
Mid to late game, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
a mid
taking a
to
look
late
at
game
yeah,
vehicle. It's
I
an
know it's
early
not a
game
legit,
vehicle,
but
and
yeah,
as
I
an early
understand.
game
It's just
vehicle, it's
it tro
relatively
the
okay.
thing it trolls for its price. The thing is, it's a noob trap. Like I understand because I see so many noobs think it's gonna be. They go, this is a tank and it's better than the field gun, right? They go, no,
It's
due to embedded
actually
buff.
yeah. If we're putting the H34, or if we're putting the push 40 in B, never mind. C tier makes a lot more
Yeah,
sense. I
yeah.
forgot we had the push 40 in B tier. Never
So
mind.
yeah, so you'd want to be able to push 40 over a hack. That's no sense.
Yeah, battle
I'm
tanks.
gonna put this BT. So the
Put it in
halberd
fucking not applicable. It hasn't.
not a pick.
You
Oh
can
my
you can
god.
we can change this with our 1.0 tech
Okay,
like
sure.
tier
Like our
list.
one
Okay,
point tier list, yeah. The Zyphos armored
that's
car. I'm gonna
standard.
put it's standard. I'm gonna put that in C.
No, I'd put that
Um,
D tier
you
personally.
really think? I don't know.
I think it's
So
just
the
worse than the field gun. I think it's just worse than the
yeah, I
FMG.
mean, okay. So the thing, armored cars are really fun. The armored cars are really fun in two types of fights. Early war fights in big open fields where you can just sit on a road and drive up and down it, and B, urban fights. Armored cars rock in urban fights. Other than that, armored cars suck. So yeah, I can agree
I
with D tier.
I
So
actually
do
so
this tier. I think
yeah,
Ash.
I think they go next to each other. Yeah. Silverhand, or is that the chieftain? No, that's the Silverhand, right?
Oh, that's Silverhand. Yeah, that's Silverhand. I don't think this list has
S tier, I
chieftain.
think.
I think S tier.
I think S tier.
Um,
There's gonna be some idiots that are like, no, not S
I'm
tier.
gonna put it. I want to put it high A. To be honest, I
No, I
don't think
think
the
it's
Silverhand is
if
S
you
tier,
put the
man.
Kreneska in A tier, put the fucking
Yeah, but
Silverhand there.
I can dominate a Silverhand inside a
Yeah, but it's
Kreneska.
not about
You
what
know that.
you can do. It's about what people will do, right? The
People
Silverhand
can
is
also
just it
dominate,
is the
bro.
most noob friendly. Like it's weird because it's both not noob friendly but also insanely noob friendly. The general like if you know how to tank, the Silverhand is the
This.
ultimate easy tank, right? Like
So
you turn your
yeah, I
brain
mean,
off.
yeah, that's really I don't know. It's also like the silver. So the Silverhand doesn't match my style of tanking. I'm a
Yeah,
very
but just because
fast
it doesn't match
paced.
your style
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
mean
So
it's
that's
not like
usually why I put it.
it's
And
always
objectively,
really good.
it's a very strong vehicle. I agree. But it's
MHT
just
B
it
tier,
just
right?
works. I wouldn't put the MHT in A tier, but I'll put
Mm,
it in high B.
I wouldn't
So
put
the
either of the motor
MHT.
vehicle.
So
No,
the MHT is a very powerful weapon, and I think Colonials sleep on the MHT's
it's
ability.
good
I
as a
mean,
support tool, but it's a support tool. It's not like
I don't know.
a
It's very. It's also a tool that's just like, dude. I mean, I got. If you get three MHTs on any front, you'll just out bombard any repair. That's it. Like, and you'll just have enough shells to be able to do it too on tier two, tier one, even EAT pits. I was destroying EAT pits with three mortars. I remember some guy was like, I pulled up three MHTs for a saw mop to a frontline, and this guy in a prototype LT goes, "Yeah, nice fucking mortar FX. What, you're gonna LARP on this front line? Wind is blowing north in our favor, dude. I'm sitting fucking 120 meters back, just sniping EATs, man, at max range. So it
I
was
yeah,
very, I
but
don't know, it's
like
very, I
that's
guess, in that ideal. But I'll put it at high B. You know, otherwise I'd
yeah,
put it
high
in
B.
A
High
tier.
B
But
is
high
makes
B
sense,
for
right?
repair
High B
vehicle.
cuz
This I'm gonna put this is like
yeah, that's
right
also
here.
Icarus is
C
also C
tier.
tier. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
the buffs to it made it really a lot better than it was, but man, it is still not
so
good.
I want to put this for combat. Next one, yeah, and I agree with what you
Spitfire
just said.
is not a combat. It's a partisan vehicle.
It's a partisan vehicle. For
A
partisan vehicle, it's
low A
A
tier.
tier,
Low
man.
A tier seems
A
fair.
tier for sure. Yeah, I love the
It's
Spitfire
it's
partisan.
not it's not high A
Yeah,
tier, nor is it high
yeah,
S, or nor is it anywhere near
yeah.
S. But
S tier, yeah.
it's just
Northern Diamond
it's the
Fire, we'll
only
just
like
put it
really good hit
C
and
tier.
run kind of vehicle.
Okay, the Phalanx I'm gonna put in C tier. The Phalanx is
Yeah,
really easy to kill. It's
yeah.
not that good of a vehicle. It's kind of a waste of time to build, in my opinion. Oh, the heavy infantry carrier. It's not in the game anymore, so we
Yeah.
can't even use it. Okay. The aquatic
ALUV?
LUV.
That's like a B or C. That's a B or
Yeah,
C.
I think it's a high C, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
It's not really that useful, and I feel bad for Wardens
The
since
the
most of
water
you
the
are
water
not.
function barely comes up, and
Yeah.
otherwise it's just okay. Not really. There's nothing going for it.
The Sisyphus,
That's a
I want to put
Logi
in
back to bottom.
Logi. We can do that.
Logi,
Bottom.
Logi.
Are we doing the Scourge? Do you want to
Let's
do
do them.
these?
Fuck
Okay.
it.
This is S tier. I
Yeah,
love this
obviously
vehicle.
it's
Warden
yeah,
S tier.
yeah.
Oh, Warden FMG.
Just
Do you
put
have
it
a
next to the
vehicle
other
for
one.
it?
Yeah.
The Tankette. So I
That's
think
the
the
MG
Tankette,
tank it.
MG Tankette, I think is B tier, but that's just me.
Um. Fuck. Do I disagree? I don't know if I disagree with that. It's a part of me is tempted to say C tier for the MG tank it, but it's
S tier
also
as well. That was a lot of fun.
is that
The
yep.
Centurion with the blast. So the tack, and this is gonna piss people off. I love the tack. The
I'd
tack
put it
is a
I'd
very
put it
fun.
like
I'm gonna
tack
put
is
it in
weird. I'd
B.
put it B tier. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think the tack just being able to move off road like that, especially early war, dude. You just kite all the infantry when they rush the
it's
sticky
weird
zones,
because
man.
I swear to God,
I'm not.
it's
Mhm.
actually really cracked, but it's actually not because it's still an armored car.
Yeah, because it's still an armored cars.
Is that the wait that oh is
We're
that the
back at the
warden?
start
No
of
no
this.
no no no. Hey, why are you putting
Where's the
that C?
warden?
That's like a B.
It doesn't. No, it's not. It doesn't have a hatch on it.
The hatch does not. No, come on, it's B tier.
All right, I'll put it on low B.
It's
I don't know. I
definitely not
hate.
as good as the Argo, but it's not
No.
like C tier. Come on.
Okay. No, we need to represent. We have
Oh
vehicles
shit!
we
Is
do
that
not
everything?
have.
Oh yeah.
It
Okay.
is everything. So what vehicles are we missing? What do you want to do here?
Highwaymen. What's the Highwayman?
We'll use this APC. The Warden APC will be the Highwayman. The
Okay.
Highwayman,
B
Okay,
tier. Low
so
low B. Low B.
no, I'm gonna put it high C, man. The
Okay.
Highwayman,
That's all that also works. That's basically the
Highwayman
same.
isn't like, yeah, I don't know. Highwayman just isn't that. I mean, it's so what I say it's good for, but it's just such a niche use. I understand
I
why
mean I'm
people
fine with
put it,
or high C. That's all that
yeah,
it's
so,
yeah.
um, what else? The Bardiche.
Mm.
Bardiche will use the crane for. Okay, so the Bardiche, I think is A tier. The Bardiche is definitely A or S tier. Sorry, I think the Bardiche is definitely
Yeah.
a powerful vehicle.
I think a
I
little
think it's
I
like
yeah.
I think it's higher than the Silver Hand as
I'd
well.
put it below the
But if
silver hand, I think,
mhm,
but like a
I don't
tiny
know,
bit, not much. It's
maybe
also
yeah.
like I think they're both really
Uh,
fucking strong. It's like the strongest tank in the game, but it also kind of gets bullied. So it's like
yeah, the
it's a
Bardiche.
tank that's
So
it works it's basically what the old like MPT slash Spatha were.
mhm,
It's the ultimate like bullet
buckets full
sponge.
send, yeah,
It's the ultimate
full
bullet
send,
sponge, fucking
yeah.
full send tank, but it sucks if it gets bullied.
Yeah, it's really bad. If you get tracked in a Bardiche, you're just dead.
You just oh
If
man,
you
it
get
is.
turreted in a Bardiche, you're just dead. It's
Yeah, it's like
and so
it also doesn't have the greatest of like speed. It's not slow by any means, but it's also
but
like
yeah, so like the speed on the Bardiche is really painful compared to other colonial tanks. Um,
somewhat,
do you
yeah.
do you just want to go through the let's do a warden tank now. So we did
We did highway
actually
when oh outlaw,
how is
outlaw.
outlaw? Sure. Where's the long barrel? Oh, there we go. There's the ascension. We'll use the ascension for the outlaw
I'd put
here.
outlaw A tier.
Outlaw, I'm gonna put S tier, man. The outlaw rocks, dude.
It
It's a
rocks,
lot of
but
fun. It's an 8. Yeah, I think it's an the 45 meter 40 mil. Just getting able to
fuck.
PB at that range is
Ah
insane.
god, actually fuck.
And
It's
the addition
probably
of
the
having
lowest of S tier though. I don't know. It doesn't
I would
feel
agree. Yeah, yeah. I
it
would.
does not
So
feel Silverhand or Bard tier, but it's
no.
certainly
Yeah,
really
yeah.
strong.
Exactly. But it's a definitely. I would say it's S tier for sure.
No,
Low S.
yeah, but like lowest of S tier. It's
Yeah.
like
The
I don't know.
45 meter, just the
Yeah,
boost, the
yeah.
45 meter, and then the MG turret
It
is what
kind
makes
of
it.
the 45 meter thing kind of makes it slap
Yeah.
against all anything that has exposed crew, which is smelters, which is LTD, which is
You do know you can also. Okay, I'm gonna share a little secret with the Trench Talk viewers here, okay? And you guys aren't allowed to talk about this. All right, this is Papa Fonzie sharing a secret. You can decrew LTDs from the front and outlaws with no risk to yourself,
yeah, that's
besides
what I'm
sitting
getting
down
at,
for
right?
getting a shot.
You just
Um,
airburst at max
yeah,
range,
you
yeah.
can airburst at max range, decrew the back, but you can only do this when it is a two-man crew. When it is a three-man crew, you will hit the commander, most likely wound the driver, and the gunner will be untouched. But if you're able to airburst on that side, the right side, right below the gun, when you're looking at the thing, I'll have to get a diagram of this one of these days and
Just
show
get a
it because
video of it,
yeah,
honestly.
there's a pixel. I taught a Som guy this. His name is Crow, and he sent me a video of it, and
Oh
oh,
yeah,
it's
I saw that
so good.
video.
Crow hitting that fantastic LTD decrease shot
It
right there.
was
It was
God,
mwah,
that's
God.
by the
I
way, that's what
love.
I mean. That shit is what I mean when I say I don't think the LTD goes that high.
Yeah, but it's also like that wouldn't happen to
I,
me.
I know it's I
I
know
mean,
it's like a rare tech that
yeah,
isn't gonna happen most of the time, but the
yeah.
fact that it can
It also
happen,
takes a very
ooh,
skilled gunner to do that
yeah,
too,
no, no,
as
that's
well.
what I mean. It's the fact that it can happen. I don't think it's something that'll happen most of the time, but the fact that
Yeah,
it can happen, and it can happen with other tanks too, right? But it's like a little bit harder because you gotta get like a fair bit closer,
yeah.
right?
I mean, you can do
But
that to the mortar tank, but yeah, the mortar tank.
yeah, but you can't. You don't kill a driver though. But
Speaking of, let's do another warden vehicle, the mortar tank. Where would you put that? Let's have these.
right next to the mortar half track.
No, I would actually say it's worse. I would say it's low B, the mortar
No,
tank.
why is that?
I don't know. It's just it carries less shells. It
No, no,
only
no,
carries
no.
50.
No specialist uniform. You carry a lot. You carry like equivalent or slightly more.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. I don't know. It just feels the mortar tank feels like shitty to use compared to the mortar
It
half
only
track.
feels shitty to use if you're colonial.
It's also incredibly expensive as well.
Yeah, but I think the cost is made up for with the like fire speed.
Does it have a faster fire
Yeah,
speed than
yeah, it
the does?
does. It
I didn't
does,
know
yeah.
that. How
It's
does this
like
too?
it's not like I think it's like 1.5 times as fast. It's definitely noticeable, but it's not like twice as fast.
Okay, well, there you go. I guess alright, I'll put it there then.
Yeah, I think it's like right B right
Um,
next to the, where did you put it?
I put it right next to the mortar half track up there.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. It's a
So
gunboat, but yeah, I
yeah,
didn't.
it's a
Yeah.
gunboat right there. Yeah, the gunboat, the motor. Yeah. Okay. So what's the
What else are we missing?
We are missing. So we did the highway, the Quadish. The Quadish is
Oh
what
yeah,
we're gonna
Quadish.
tackle. So the
Fuck.
Quadish, in my opinion, the Quadish is definitely a okay, and this is gonna piss a lot of people off. I think the Quadish is low S tier or high A tier. So the Quadish's main issue is the fact that it's the issue with all RPG vehicles, right? Or all projectile vehicles where it takes a good gunner to really, or like a good person who understands the aiming system of Foxhole. Because
I think
it's just like
I think people over I think you're overstating that. I think it does impact, but I don't know how
it's also like
much.
so i I think it's noticeable in something like the bone car too, specifically,
Oh,
and the
yes,
Gemini.
yes,
But
trust me.
you if you don't have a gunner, like I don't know, the Quadish is also like because your gunner could fire prematurely, right? And the shells are gonna explode prematurely because he doesn't know how fast they're gonna travel and shit like
Yeah,
that.
I
So,
think
and I've seen
well,
that happen before. I
I'd
mean,
put the quad is definitely like some people call it like a super tank or like say like oh there's nothing okay blah blah. It's really strong because it's a bard, but it's not S tier. It's definitely solid A tier. Like
I'll put it
maybe
at high A tier. I would
I'd
say.
say a
I'm not
high
gonna
A
put it.
tier. Yeah, if we're putting the
Maybe right behind the
HTD,
HTD.
yeah,
We'll put it right behind.
I prefer using it over the Bardiche, but only because I like killing stuff in one volley, even if it means I have to get like 10 meters closer, just because you and I are flankers, we like doing that shit, right? Just the fact that you can bank up damage and like hit them with the insta slap if you like flank well, yeah, it's fun, but it's definitely not like eh. What else are we missing? Do we have what was added recent? Was there anything added like vehicle wise during you know what was added? The three words. Are we doing that this week? I don't know. Fonzie? Fonzie, you've gone silent on me. Hello? Hello, Fonzie.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Okay, I can hear you now. What's going on?
Hello?
Yeah.
Sorry, my internet must have cut out there. That was weird.
Ah,
Hello?
yeah, no, are we
Okay.
doing the three words?
Yeah, I
That's
kept saying the bone cart. Yeah, sure. Let's see here.
we
Who
could do
picked it
because the
last week?
mechs look at those mechs in S tier. Do you want to do those?
Okay, sure. We could do what's the thing called? The Scourge Keeper.
The Scourge Grave of Man blah. I don't know.
The Scourge Grave of
Scourge
Manblah.
Grave? Scourge
No,
Grave.
let's see here. Let's see here. What emojis do we got? We got okay, let's go
Scourge Grave Happy? Is that what we're doing?
no, let's do the Shit Keeper. Perfect. That's wonderful right there. The Shit
Alright.
Keeper. All right, cuz it's called the Scourge Keeper, right? Or is it the
Uh,
Scourge Hunter? We could do
Scourge,
Shit
it's
Hunter
Scourge
too.
Hunter, yeah.
Or Scourge Hunter. Let's do
Shit
um
Hunter. Is
the
that it?
Shit Hunting Centurion. Yeah, the Shit Hunting Centurion is the secret word. Send that to me, fellas.
Alright.
And you get your $10 in Discord Nitro. So,
$10. What?
or I'm sorry, your $10 in Discord Nitro. Your 1 month of Discord Nitro. I'm thinking because that's the
I still
best.
think you're a loony. You're a loony for
Ah,
doing that, but
yeah, it's alright. It's whatever. It's my way of giving back to the community. This community's done quite a bit for me. I have spare money. I'm in no troublesome financial situation,
that's
so
pretty poggers.
you know. But
What are we missing now? What was
the bone
entrenched?
car.
Oh God, the bone car.
The bone car. I'm gonna go with high B tier. It'll be the barge. The bone
Fuck.
car. For sure.
Do I disagree?
It's a fun vehicle for sure, but it's also just it's an amazing vehicle. It's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but
I
I'm thinking practicality. It's not very practical. Okay. It's like the benefits of it are the armored car accentuated, right? Like I said before, where it shreds in urban environments, the bone car, and it
no.
shreds early war. Yeah, it does. You can shoot over fucking G houses with the bone
Um.
car and destroy enemy armor really
Okay. Yeah.
easy without even
That's
touching them.
true.
So
I think the number one way I usually see it used is killing Artie because of the fucking weird interaction it
yeah.
has.
Um, I made a point earlier when someone was saying that the bone car shouldn't be nerfed because it's fun. So the bone car is definitely a lot of fun, and I don't think it should be a nerf. But it's also like, can wardens name a colonial vehicle at the tier that the bone car comes out that can also destroy emplaced warden artillery like that? It's. I mean,
Oh, you know
assuming
what we
like
need? We can get something that'll do the exact same thing, and it'll
I mean,
fix it. It'll be a double whammy. It'll also fix
mm,
the lack of early game concrete killer. Fucking Colonial 250 millimeter armored car. Give it
50
and give it the fucking
Oh my
just like the
god.
fact that the bone car makes no sense that it's the heaviest weapon on the fastest armored car, despite the fact that that makes no fucking sense. Do that, but with the 250 millimeter. It'll be funny as fuck. Just
Dude,
imagine a
the
250.
250 armored car would be cooked.
Oh,
People
it would
keep
be
saying
so
this,
good.
it
Come
would be
on.
so cooked. But yeah,
I'd
I don't
love
think
it.
that
I
the
want it so badly.
I'll say this, I don't think the bone car should be nerfed. I think it's perfect as is, but it just needs I would
It
even
needs
say,
a
you know, it
counterpart,
made like
probably.
yeah, it just
Which
needs
is
a
why I say
counterpart.
that.
I mean, the Gemini, everyone was, oh, but the Gemini is like,
The
okay,
Gemini's
if
not its
I'll
counterpart. The
say this,
Gemini's the
I'll say
hack
this.
counterpart.
Oh yeah, yeah, fair enough,
Oh
fair enough.
fuck, we
Say
didn't
this.
put the Gemini on
No,
here.
Gemini is D tier, dude.
D?
Get the fuck
No,
out of
it's
here.
dude,
Nah.
it's the hack. It's just the hack.
Okay, it's C tier. I'll give it C tier, but it's just I don't like the Gemini. I hate the Gemini.
I don't
It's
hate it,
very
but it's like
it's just not it's not like okay,
it's weird. It's because it's
it's not
like
gunner friendly. I don't think
yeah,
that's
no,
what it
yeah.
is. It's not gunner friendly.
I
It's
think
just very like
it's weird because it's
ridiculous.
like the Gemini is basically so much like it's so much better if you know what you're doing with it than the hack, but it's also definitely worse for the average person.
Oh, these tracks will represent the smelter and
Oh yeah, we never
the
did the
40.
smelter, but yeah,
Those
no,
two are very good.
you're putting those below the silver. Well, actually, I actually agree with you if you put them below the silver hand.
I'll put them below the silver end, but
Okay, people get this weird thing in their mind. Sometimes, so I've had people say, "Oh, I love this like the field gun meta because fuck tankers," but then I also hear tankers complaining about the field gun meta because they get mad about it.
so
Here's my honest
mhm.
to god opinion. I do not think this like the fact is they cannot like reposition. The benefits of having a tank is you just go somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's also like field dude. Okay, I am confident in my ability during the daytime. Okay, nighttime not so much. During the daytime that I will fuck any field gun crew up.
Oh fuck!
Like
Actually,
I mean I don't know. I think I will
do we put the
like
H340 higher because it also is really like
no no
absolutely
no no
busted
no
against
no
tier
no no
two?
no 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 I would say no. I would say no. I mean
I
it's
think
just
it's busted against tier two.
I think it's busted against tier two, but that's like I don't know. That's
Tier
like
two is
every
really
like
common though late
new
game because no
vehicle.
one's got time for concrete once it gets destroyed, right?
I don't know. It's just that I wouldn't
Did we
go
put
there.
the chieftain? Actually, did we? I don't remember.
Oh, do we do the chieftain?
Well,
Chieftain's
it's
high
S tier.
ass. Well,
It's
well, the
it's
staff car will be the chieftain, and the staff car will be the chieftain and the staff car itself.
it's the
Staff car is
highest.
an
It's the
awesome
highest.
vehicle.
It's chieftain is
You
S
think
tier, highest
highest?
S
Yeah,
tier, highest
yeah,
S tier. It is the
yeah.
unequivocal, I think, best vehicle in the game. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
the only
For
times it's not useful is when you're winning really hard.
it's not really useful against enemy armor too. You just die. That's
Well,
all. I
yeah,
don't know.
but it doesn't have to be because it's not meant to be. It's meant to be insanely
I
strong
guess I
against
don't
like
know.
concrete, and it is. It's the best. It is.
I guess I don't
It's
know. I guess
literally
it's.
the best thing against concrete, and by a
I don't
lot.
really speak on the
Minus
chieftain too much. It's
satchels,
just like
but
to me, it's just like I don't know. I farm chieftains, but they're really
yeah,
good. I
but
guess.
that's because you're farming
Yeah.
chieftains that are doing stupid stuff like fighting you when they should just be flanking and
But
killing concrete.
what's the next one here? The chieftain. What else?
I think that's most of them. Chieftain
That's it.
was oh yeah, actually this one is so old it doesn't have the does it have the falchion and Spatha?
No, it does not
Oh
have the
my god,
falchion.
this one's so old. Holy shit.
Okay, so Falchion and Spatha, we will go
We
to
go with
use.
two vehicles that are similar. Do we have two APCs left? Or
Okay,
two
we do. Well, we have two battle tanks. We have the two
Yeah, yeah,
Korean
okay.
battle tanks here. So
Spatha?
Spatha will be this one. Spatha is
No,
S tier.
it's A tier.
Dude, shut up. This Spatha is not A tier. The Spatha is insane. It's a very good vehicle.
No.
Dude, you're just, I actually like I actually like I'm man, I'm thinking about assaulting you right now, dude.
Bro.
This is the Spatha is an amazing tank. It is better than the Outlaw. I would reckon in the 1v1
Um
the Spatha will beat an Outlaw. In the 1v1 a Spatha is more likely to be Silverhand. It can beat in a 1v1. It will beat it can 1v1 every single Warden
I
vehicle.
think the problem is that yeah, but you talk about it 1v1ing, but
And
it's
it's also insane
you
at
don't
PvE.
tank
It's
as a
very good at
1v1.
PvE.
You don't tank
You
as a
also, yeah,
1v1.
it's also just it's a very good vehicle, and
I
it's
think
a
I think
very
it's like I'd put it like the highest of A tier. It's barely not S
no.
tier in
I
my
would
opinion.
say I don't know. I'm putting it at low S because of that, but in my opinion, the Spatha would be the highest S tier. The Spatha is my favorite vehicle in the
Highest,
game.
bro.
It's the most
It's
it's the
like
most versatile vehicle in the game. It can
no.
tank fight. It can yeah, it is. It can
Wait, did
tank
you
fight.
put where did you put the Falchion one?
The Falchion
It was the other
right
battle tank you were gonna do. That
here,
one right
yeah.
there, yeah.
The Falchion, I to be honest with you, I want to put the Falchion at B tier,
I
right
want to put
above.
I want to put it like bottom of B, maybe even C.
I know I would put it above late tanks.
Wait,
I don't know just because of
wait.
its strength left bonus,
No, no,
but
no. It's the worst medium, which is like
yeah, but it's also it has
it's
the MPF
sure it's no,
bonus.
no.
So
It's better than light tanks by the time you get to late game. But like relatively speaking, the power level of light tanks relative to when they're unlocked versus the power level of like Spatha or Falchion relative to when it's unlocked. I think light tanks are like directly on the curve, but Falchions are below the curve, right?
mm,
If you're looking at the power curve of a team, right?
I don't know. I
If
think
you
it's just
have the option to
the
make
MP.
Spathas, you are not making Falchions. They are.
Yeah, but that's why they're there. That's why they're there, though. I mean, if you have the option to make Spathas, you're probably not making a
I
hatchet or a
well,
Devon
I
as
know
well,
that's
right?
actually that's not really a great argument because obviously you're always going to make the upgrade for any two vehicles, but like there's no vehicle late game that you build
I mean,
that
the
you
Kreneska
wouldn't
is up
build.
here because I would use a Kreneska over a Falchion, but I wouldn't use a hatchet over a Falchion, and I wouldn't use a Devid over a Falchion.
Yeah,
Just
I
like
think
being there
like
with those other
well,
tanks. So
yeah,
I
but
would use all
the
these
thing
other
is that
vehicles.
you're talking about it like you're using them in late game. But if you're talking about late game, you're never gonna use well, you'll use a Kreneska, but like
Oh, I mean, even so, more so, yeah. Okay, let's talk about the tier the Falchion comes out. It'll come out with the Spatha. It will come out with the Silverhand. And it will come out. It's obviously the worst out of all of those, but I think it's much better than the alternatives. That being these two light tanks here.
oh no no
I
no
think
yeah
it's
yeah
worse
it's
than the Ironhide because there's a
yeah.
worse chance to get disabled. The Ironhide is cheaper. It has a worse chance to
Actually,
the
isn't
what the
Ironhide
current
really
one.
expensive?
No,
Or
no, it's only like one. To Google the price for that real quick, I might be chatting shit there.
I thought I thought Ironhide was like one. No, wait. Am I thinking of? I think I'm thinking of Highwayman.
Yeah, the Highwayman
Ironhide
is
is
really
like
good.
one oh wait, no,
I
no, no.
want to say like the
No,
Ironhide's like
Kreneska
155.
is
No,
165 or
yeah,
some shit, right?
Kreneska is 165, and the
Yeah,
Highwayman is 170 or 175 or
which is
something.
kind of funny
Yeah, it's
considering
ridiculous.
well,
But yeah,
I
I
know
mean, for
your
the same
opinion on it.
price exactly, the Kreneska versus the Falchion, I would rather hand build a Kreneska over hand building
Yeah.
a Falchion.
Yeah,
That's
well,
that.
no, no, yeah, but you don't hand build Falchions. That's like
Yeah, no, that's also why it's like
I
it's
just
above
wouldn't pay.
these two
I
vehicles.
wouldn't pay 70 RMATs for it. Well, I don't
I
pay.
would. That's
I say that, but I don't pay RMATs for tanks. I just get gifted them or just steal them.
okay.
So
And
I don't know.
I think
What else? What
I
else
think
was there? Anything else vehicle wise that was added at
I don't think. Oh, the Argonaut is S tier. By the way, I'm just gonna toss it up there. It is
um
amazing, cheap. It's awesome. It can do partisan. It can do
um
everything.
I
It's
yeah I
quick,
think it's
very
S tier.
fast.
Yeah,
Very
hard to say.
That's. I think
Part
that's.
of me is tempted to put it lower, but like
mm,
no, I think it's definitely S tier. Yeah,
Okay. Well, everyone,
I think that's everything.
that's it. If you want to take a look at our tier list, let us know what you think down below.
This is
Um,
such a scuffed tier list
Yeah,
because of the
it
fact
kind
that
of
it's
is, yeah,
old.
but
Oh my
everything,
god.
yeah. People who are labeling them, we put in what they are, just add them there.
God.
I don't think, I think this is pretty much universally agreed upon. It might be disagreed on. I mean, we did the
You're
two
gonna get
120s here.
disagreements on on small stuff, but
Let's do this. I'm going
oh
to
yeah, we
put
never did 150.
150s. Let's do this quickly. Let's do the ambulances as 150s. I'm gonna put
Sure.
both the 150s at low A. I mean, I don't know.
Um,
Other than that, they're good demolition tools, but other than that,
I don't know I don't know if I'd separate
I
them
think
by
they're equal.
tier. I think like I think the Warden one is just better, simply.
I don't know the
I
stats on them. There's people who tell me that,
it's
and I just don't know.
so sometimes people say it's the HP, which the HP of the Warden one is like so it's like 750 HP versus 1,250 on the Warden one.
Hmm.
The big thing I find is that if you're doing arty, having the flexibility of 200 meters of like range difference, that is actually huge, right? Like the fact is, when you're using emplaced guns, you can't really afford as much to because emplaced guns take up so much fucking space, right?
Yeah.
You need to be setting up in a good spot where you're gonna be able to hit whatever you're targeting, right? The problem with the Colonial 150 is that you actually run into this surprisingly often where you're too close to whatever you're targeting because the wind will be with your favor and you just can't target less than 200 meters. Whereas
Yeah.
the Warden one gets that full
You can
200
hit
meter of like
yeah.
you can go from 100 meters to 300 meters with the Warden one, but
I
the
guess I
Colonial
don't
one
know.
you're stuck at like minimum
The
200, right?
Colonial one, I just kind of wish the artillery, the 150s were asymmetrical, but or I mean not asymmetrical, sorry, symmetrical, but I think they're
I
both.
don't.
I don't know. I guess maybe the
People will
Warden one's
sometimes.
better.
I
But
will say I don't think it's
yeah,
as
so I
bad
don't
as
know.
some people have said. It's a lot worse. I don't think it's like.
I don't think it's
I
yeah
don't
an
think
insane
I don't think it's a
imbalance.
crazy difference, but
Yeah.
I while running the Colonial ones have noticed multiple times where it'll be the case that I need less range on it. Like I need to be
Mhm.
able to hit within 200 to 100 meter range, but I just can't because the gun it just can't go like lower, and then I have to pull it back. But the enemy is like advancing, and like every time I get it set up, they're already like too close, and because the wind is like with me, I literally just physically cannot get the gun to shoot in range, right? Like
Mhm.
so like if you're being pushed back, you almost want the wind to be against you so you can get better
Yeah, you
coverage.
can. Okay. Well.
It's
Yeah, and
it's
I mean.
that's like my main beef. Oh, also the dispersion is actually night and day on the two. Like the dispersion on the Warden one is so much better. Oh my god. If
Is
you've
it?
seen
Well,
them,
I don't.
it's
Yeah, I
so
don't.
much better actually.
Okay.
You
Well.
pay so much for those extra 50 meter like to get up to 350-meter range. My god.
Mm, okay. Well.
Oh, you pay so
Um.
much for that.
Everyone, I think that's all. We've got everything. Anything else here?
I
Or
don't
can we
think
go?
so.
Oh well. Let's me just say this here. We're going to be moving this to every 2 weeks now, because Lek and I are busy people.
Yeah,
There
I
probably
actually we
won't
should
be
have led
one.
with that, yeah?
Yeah, probably led with that. So if you're listening so far, it's gonna every 2 weeks. We'll put a note down below if anyone reads the description. Maybe I don't know. Lek, will you do that? I don't
I
do
don't know.
that.
I might.
Mm,
I mean,
maybe I don't know.
like
But
the thing is that yeah,
we'll
it's
just
gonna be
explain to you on
bi-weekly
VOD when
because
you ask us or anything, or if you do it
it
later. But
started off as weekly because we had both a lot to talk about and a lot of free time. My
yeah,
time is quickly like getting put aside for other things. I'm like super
yeah.
fucking busy. And I'm gonna be super fucking busy for a while, so I don't know if it'll maybe be weekly if there's something really big to cover, and like also I got a decent amount of free time, but right now it's
We're
like no.
we're also looking for guests. So if you have an
Wait, hey,
interesting
hey, hey, hey.
idea,
No, no, no.
yeah.
We're not. Don't do the guest bullshit and get people to message us when you can't keep a schedule,
Message. No,
Mister.
no. We'll keep a schedule. If people
No,
actually
bullshit,
start
bullshit.
messaging
He's
me, yeah,
lying.
we'll keep a
He's lying.
schedule. No,
Don't
no.
take it. Don't trust his
Trust me.
lies.
Yeah, yeah. Trust me. Anyways,
This
that's
motherfucker
all,
flakes
everyone.
on me every goddamn
Um,
day. Anyway, all right.
yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye, everyone. Yes, wonderful.
Goodbye.